If I were a brand new final expense agent starting in 2026, there are a few things I would do immediately to give myself the best possible chance of succeeding in this business. Final expense can be an incredible career. It's one of the few industries where someone can start with very little experience and actually build a six-figure income relatively quickly, assuming they've got a good work ethic and the funds necessary to invest into their business. Truth is, a lot of agents struggle in the beginning because they don't have the right system in place. Guys, if you want access to our free live training sessions each week, make sure you click the link above or in the description below the video. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do if I were starting from scratch as a new final expense agent. The strategy that I am about to share today is designed around efficiency, consistency, and building a system that can realistically generate $200,000 to even over $300,000 in annual profit if executed properly. But guys, before we jump in, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel because I do put out a lot of content designed specifically to help life insurance agents and final expense agents to succeed. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can get our free new agent telesales file, which includes some excellent presentation materials and a final expense sales script that can help you start closing business faster. All right, let's talk about what I would actually do if I were a new agent here in 2026. First, I would focus on joining the right agency with like the right commission structure and the right carriers. That is so important. I'm telling you guys, unfortunately, a lot of new agents don't realize how big of a difference this makes until it's too late. If I were starting today, I would absolutely make sure that my commission levels were like on the main level products were at least, I want to say 110%, maybe even a little bit higher. That commission range is very realistic in the independent final expense world, and it does allow agents to actually build a real income while still having access to strong support and training if you're with the right agency. If you end up starting at a much lower commission level, it becomes a lot harder to scale your income even if you're working hard and actually writing business. Along with commission levels, I'd also make sure the agency has a strong lineup of final expense carriers and products. Every client is different. Some clients are healthier, some have medical conditions, some want immediate coverage, and others may need like a graded or maybe even a guaranteed issue plan. Thing is, having access to multiple strong carriers is what allows you to match the right product to the right client, which actually increases your placement rates and ultimately increases your income. The second thing I would focus on is lead flow, because believe it or not, leads are the lifeblood of this business. I don't care who tells you different, they're wrong. If I were a new agent in 2026, I would choose one of two lead strategy. The first option would be maybe generating my own appointments and leads, with the help of maybe an ads manager. The thing is, Facebook and Instagram advertising has become some of the most powerful tools for generating final expense leads, but it works best when the ad account is properly structured and optimized through a true advertising funnel, not just Facebook lead forms. That works, but the funnel is better. A good ads manager can help set up the campaigns, manage the targeting, and optimize the account as it actually becomes seasoned so that the cost per lead decreases and the return on investment improves over time. In addition to that, I would actually make sure that those leads are connected directly into a CRM like maybe Go High Level or Agent CRM, or if you're using an ads manager like my guy, you would be using his version of Go High Level so that it functions correctly. Having a strong CRM system is absolutely essential today. When a lead comes in, the information should automatically flow into your system where you can track the lead, manage your pipeline, and have the artificial intelligent automations like AI texting and AI calling be effective. These automations are going to help you respond quickly to prospects and stay in front of them while they're still interested in actually learning about the coverage. The second lead strategy I would strongly consider is consumer-initiated inbound calls. Now, this isn't something that's easy to find. In most cases, these companies have overflow models like what we do, but the bottom line is prospects see an advertisement and they actually call in themselves to inquire about final expense coverage. The advantage is that the conversation starts with someone who already knows why they're calling and is expecting to speak with an agent, or with someone about the insurance at least. With the system that we use at United Final Expense Services, agents can receive multiple inbound calls per day from people actively calling in about final expense coverage. With enough volume, this can create a very effective sales environment because the agent's spending more time speaking with interested prospects instead of dialing leads all day. But I mean, the true system to me, honestly, I'm using both systems. There's going to be days where I want the inbounds, where I want to work a little bit, grab a couple inbounds, but there's other days really where I want to pound it out full time and I actually expect to make multiple sales. That's where the ad funnel comes in. Regardless of which lead strategy that I choose or that you would choose, the next thing I'd commit to is consistent lead investment. If I'm serious about building a six-figure income in this business, I'm going to plan on investing around, honestly, at least $1,500, $2,000 per week into leads. Some new agents are going to hesitate when they hear that number and be like, oh, that's ridiculous. But it's important to understand the math behind this business. Leads aren't just an expense. They're an investment into revenue. If your lead strategy and sales process is actually working properly, that investment can generate a multiple of return. For example, if a $2,000 weekly lead investment helps generate, at least $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in issued premium, which isn't that much. I mean, any talented pro is gonna be able to generate more annualized premium. But what happens is the numbers actually start to scale really quickly over the course of a year. And that's how a lot of the final expense agents build those incomes of $200K plus or even $300,000 plus per year. Now, the next thing I'd prioritize is daily training and skill development. Final expense is a sales business, guys, and the agents who succeed are the ones who consistently improve their presentation and even their communication skills. So if I were starting today, I would absolutely want to be part of an environment that offers daily sales training and presentation script practice and training, learning how to open a conversation, building rapport, being able to explain the coverage correctly and guide the client through the application process is really a skill that improves with repetition and coaching. So it's not like, on your first day you're going to be amazing. It's just not the reality. The bottom line, the more you practice the presentation and actually refine your script, the more confident you're going to become on the phone. That confidence is what translates directly into higher closing rates. Another thing I do as a new agent is focus on activity and consistency. One of the biggest mistakes new agents make is working hard for a short period of time and then just losing momentum. In this business, consistency is everything. The agents who treat this like a full-time profession and stay active every single day, every single week, are the ones who eventually break through and start generating serious income. If you've got the right commission level, the right products, and a strong lead flow, along with consistent training and support, your job becomes fairly simple. Talk to people every day. Run through the presentation, help clients choose the right coverage, submit the applications, and repeat the process week after week. Now, before we wrap up, let me remind you again to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want more content about building a successful career in final expense. If you'd like a copy of our free new agent telesales file, which includes great sales presentation materials and a final expense sales script, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. And just remind me, hey Doug, I saw the video about the telesales file, I'd like that. If you'd like a calendar slammed with appointments every single day, like literally if you want 20 plus appointments on your calendar every single day, we can make that happen. Just reach out to me, that same email address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there, or whatever happens, just make sure that you do something good for someone else today. Happy hunting.